Good morning, good people. Did you have breakfast this morning? That's the question that I want to know, because today's conversation is all about food. Now, we're here at Park Inn by Radisson, and I've got a nutritionist named Leon Degwa. His name is Leon Degwa, and he's about to help us demystify and understand fasting. What is it? What constitutes fasting? Should we be doing it? If you do, what kind of foods should we be eating thereafter? We'll even have a chef from Park Inn give us some good recipes so that we can try them at home if you choose to do this for yourself. But we just thought it's about time we tried to understand fasting from a health and nutrition perspective. So welcome, Leo.
Thank you.
My first question would be, what is fasting? Because if I think of the word, I'd often think of it from a religious perspective, right?
Okay.
But more and more over the past couple of years, I've been hearing the word fasting coming into conversations around health and nutrition and diet. So what is fasting?
To me, again, I'll tell you, it depends on what objective, to what line are you looking at. Because one, as you said, biblically, it's there. At a biblical point of view, you are looking at it of withdrawal, full withdrawal. You can say full 100%, but on the nutrition part of it, you are withdrawing a certain type of food for a specific reason.
Okay. So, for instance, when you say a certain type of food, I could be fasting from starch.
For starch?
Oh.
Okay. I would say I would fast for starches or caloric given food.
Okay.
Because, I want, majority fasting is related to weight loss.
Weight loss?
Weight loss.
Oh, okay.
So when you are thinking of weight, you are thinking of fat.
Yeah.
Okay. And it is good for viewers to understand this, that what happens when you eat and you don't utilize what you've eaten.
Yeah.
And actually, biblically, it is said in 2 Thessalonians 3:10, if you don't work, don't eat. If you put that into science, what it means, I'll give you an example with a car.
Yeah.
A car cannot be, you cannot, because you have money,
Yeah.
wherever you see a petrol station, you put in fuel.
Yeah.
Wherever you see in the next one, you put in fuel.
Yeah.
The same case with our system. We need fuel to function.
Yeah.
And those are the energy-giving food. Okay.
So what you're saying is, like a car, if I'm not being super active in a day, then why am I eating?
Why should you fuel your system? Remember, the car has a tank. Wherever you overdo the fuel, it'll
spill over.
Then in your system,
oh my gosh, the references.
It won't spill over, but it will be packed. This is what happens. The first time you take ugali, you've taken it in the morning. Then you have just sat in your office.
Yeah, in your office.
So it's like a car which is in idling mode.
It's idling, okay.
It's idling because you are using the energy for breathing, for seeing, no
typing. There's
typing,
not much
activity. So that what you took, like to say let's say you took like 1,000 calories in the morning. In your typing, in your whatever, you are just using 200 calories. So the 800 calories from carbohydrates and oils will be packed. From carbohydrates, it will be packed like an ice kind of thing. It's called glycogen.
Okay.
I want the viewer to see it like an ice. It was from water to ice.
Okay.
It is so easy to melt ice back to water.
And
that's why the body is keeping it temporarily. So that you can melt it back. Now, you have taken that breakfast. It is now 800 calories packed aside for you to utilize during the day. You didn't utilize it, but at around
lunchtime,
10, not even 10. 10, or even others, as you drive to job, you're already on a snack, starchy snack. You're already on a biscuit. You're already on a sweet. So you are still packing more. So when you come up to 10 o'clock, then you are taking another. You say it is healthy, so you have taken a very high fiber starchy again, thinking it is high fiber, but it has starch.
Can you give me an example of something that's high fiber but starchy?
Like they'll say, I've taken gouache, arrowroots, sweet potatoes. They are healthy, but they are starch. It's a fuel.
Okay, so my question though to you is,
yes.
why then do we get hungry? Why? Because if I eat ugali in the morning and I sit at my desk and I'm typing out, by midday one, my body is saying eat.
I need
but
to
you're
eat.
saying you've sat there the whole day.
Yes.
Do you really need to eat?
It is this way. Your stomach is totally different from your system.
Okay.
Your stomach is a pot.
Okay.
And in this pot, for you to get satisfied, there are sensors.
Okay.
There are we'll say impulses sent to your brain that I'm now full.
Yeah.
And the sensor that I would say that said it's a hormone that will send a message to your brain that I'm full. It's called ghrelin.
Okay.
And it will only relay the message when it is already touched.
Okay.
So when it is already, like when you feel the stomach is empty, then you don't have to refill it with a fuel.
You refill it with what?
You can refill it, it's like a car.
Yeah.
If in a car, going for surface to change the oil doesn't dictate that the car is using fuel.
That
is totally different, two different
Okay,
beings.
so what should I fill it up with?
Now I'll go for the non-starch. I'll go for.
Okay.
Let me explain it this way so that you understand.
Yeah.
The source of fuel in our food, which makes us grow big, it's fats, carbohydrates, and protein.
Okay.
Protein cannot be stored. So if you overdo meat, it will be excreted.
Okay.
Fuel, oil will all directly be stored.
Okay.
Then carbohydrate will be stored.
Okay. So it's oil and carbohydrates that we're
stored.
now fasting from, or that's the fuel that you're talking about.
Yes.
So you're not saying don't eat.
Don't eat.
You're just saying if you are fasting, you're fasting for the fuel, which fuel is oil and carbohydrates.
Yes.
So if at 1, your stomach has those sensors that are saying, hey, we're hungry, hello,
or
it's
even
time.
at 10 o'clock.
Or even at 10, then what time you should be putting in?
I can take a lot of water with even lemon or even any other concoction that you may want to put. Remember, some concoction like lemon, garlic, they will help you during fasting, because again, we don't want to send the message to your brain that I cannot no longer get food.
Oh.
So what will happen is that your body will reduce the energy it is using during idling. The heartbeat, if you are using a whole cup of ugali during heartbeat, it uses half.
Okay.
So that's why we are taking in something. So we can fill our empty stomach. 1, we start with a lot of water. Which is 0 caloric.
Okay.
And we have added some
lemon.
spices.
Okay.
The spices or even the fruit, whatever. The spices like garlic, cinnamon, lemon.
To the water.
Again, to the water. But again, if you are fasting for weight loss, don't go adding up honey into it. You have already added another fuel.
Honey is fuel?
Yes.
I reject that
science. If you are taking a lot of honey and you are struggling with your weight, that could be one of the things.
I'm not sure if I like you anymore, Leo.
Yes. No, it has a lot of energy.
Me with these facts. No, I know, I get it, and then I appreciate it.
Yes.
So for lunch, for instance, then what we would be taking in, if we are trying to be intentional, is something like chicken and spinach, or chicken and broccoli.
We have said chicken is not sugar.
Right.
So it won't be stored temporarily.
Right, so it's okay.
Again, in form of animal protein, you'll find they won't trigger insulin up. Whenever insulin is high, because you've taken, during the breakfast, you took a starch, roast there, made the insulin go high. At 10 o'clock, again, you took another starch, insulin is high. When insulin is high during the day, throughout the day, you cannot utilize what you packed. It has to go low. So that's why when we'll be looking in terms of benefits of fasting, we won't forget to talk about diabetes.
Okay, so actually that was going to be my next question. who should fast?
Yes.
And again, let me just go back to, I think even I need to shift my mindset.
Yes.
Because when you say fast, I think you're saying do not eat anything for a certain period of time. But what you're saying is you're fasting for
a specific,
I want a specific amount of time and a specific
purpose.
Purpose. Okay.
The reason behind, for biblical, you are doing it 0.
Oh, so you're not eating. If it's a biblical or religious fast, then
you are not doing
I guess that's different.
Completely.
Yeah.
But on these other reasons, like I want to fast so that I can give my body a chance to utilize what was kept, what was stored.
Right. So in that case, how long would a fast be for? Yeah.
Okay. To me, the best one will be between maybe 6 to 24 hours.
6 to 24 hours.
So meaning you can draw off the carbohydrate, slide down, okay, for one day, then you continue. You get.
Okay, so for instance, I can have sweet potato this morning, and then next morning I can have ugali, and the next morning, or so you're saying 24 hours. So once
it is called intermittent fasting. It's not like a full fasting like the total fasting.
Right.
You are drawing for a specific period of the day.
Yeah.
So it's lunch hour.
Yeah.
You want the body to utilize what was kept during breakfast. So that's what was stored as ice. Remember what I told you?
Yes, can melt
back. So that you don't let your body store it as a stone.
Got it.
Okay. We are from water to ice,
and
which
now you
can be defatted back to water, and the body utilizes.
Okay, I hear you.
Now, if you didn't melt your ice, it will be kept as fat.
Okay, so you've talked about you brought up intermittent fasting.
Yes.
From my understanding, it's every 14 hours. Is that correct?
Yes.
So, but intermittent fasting, from what I understand, is you do not eat anything.
Anything, meaning you are drawing 0, of calories. You get the point? You are drawing 0 of calories. What I wanted to say to the people is this. If you draw 0 to calories and your stomach is empty, at one point, we don't want your body to send a message that you are not feeding, and therefore what it will do, it will lower something we call basal metabolic rate. Basal metabolic rate is, I'll give it in this way, it's like accelerating a car.
Okay.
When we are taking, after dew, you can put garlic, you can put lemon, you can put those spices in the water. What were you doing with those ones? They are accelerating your car. It's in idling, but it's already on a high acceleration.
Okay.
You get the point? When you don't have, when your body senses that I won't have food, and that's why people who are fasting biblically don't shrink. Why? Because the body have sensed.
Oh, slow down.
Yes, slow down all your activities.
Right.
So the idling is just like that.
Yeah, I hear you.
When you take these ones, they raise the basal metabolic rate.
Yeah.
That's why I was saying, for you, even if you are doing that intermittent fasting, let your body not send a message that I'm empty.
Okay.
Fill your system with. There are things that are almost 0 calories. They are very little in calories.
Okay.
There is water and the concoctions that I've told you.
Yeah.
None of them will give you a calorie in.
Okay.
Then there is veggies. You can do a vegetable salad.
Yeah.
Remember, again, you don't have to add oil, a lot of oil into that vegetable salad. You don't have to add sugar into it.
The honey,
the
olive oil.
Again, you'll still be giving in more fuel.
So it's more like steamed vegetables.
Steamed vegetables, and then you can do your water with that spicing.
Okay.
All the spices, wherever you take like garlic, wherever you take
ginger.
like in ginger, you can even feel like yourself, like your body is somehow
it's an energizing.
There is something that has
food.
come into your system that is raising your even temperature. Why is it raising temperature? Because basal metabolic rate is going high.
Oh geez, this is just way more complicated than I thought. I mean, the first part you were just blowing my mind, talking about the different kinds of fasting and how your body works and why you would even advise for some people to consider fasting.
Yeah.
And so let's get into that, because you explained that there are different kinds, and we're not talking about whatever religious reasons you might have for fasting.
Yeah.
But if you do choose from to get into this, or rather, my question would be, who would you advise? Who would you recommend fasting to?
For. So the fasting to me will go for those who have already fat accumulation.
Okay, so anyone choosing to lose weight?
Lose weight.
Okay.
Let me put it scientifically.
Yeah.
If your waistline is above 32 as a lady, 32 inches as a lady, I would say you better hurry up for the fasting.
Okay, wait, Leo, I'm going to call you out. Wait a second.
Okay.
Wait a second, Leo.
Okay.
I'm not entirely sure what the statistics are here when it comes to waistlines.
Yes.
And I don't, but surely it can't just be one size fits all. Can't a lady be 36 but it's proportionate and everything is just, she's just taller? Or her bones, I don't know. Is it really set on stone that it's...
On that specific one, if it is above 32 and your body is genetically big, meaning, it means then, if you divide your waistline, divided by your hips, it shouldn't go beyond 0.8.
So can we say that instead of giving a number?
It is 32? Still the same. It is still the same. This is scientific, that if you go beyond 32 inches, what it means scientifically, it is you are already packing more fat into your organs, internally.
Okay.
There are two types of distribution of fat. There is one that is hormonal, and there is one that is now unhealthy.
Okay.
The unhealthy part of it, I've said number one, take your waistline as a lady. If it is above 32, okay, divide your waist divided by your hips. Again, it shouldn't go beyond the 0.8.
Or your waist should be 32. I mean, I have no science backing what I'm feeling right now, but I just know surely it can't be that every woman ought to have 30, and below or 32 or below. True. But I'm just feeling like surely that can't be it, and that's surely a woman who's bigger than that around the waistline can still be healthy.
Somehow, yes. But he is at risk. Okay. He is at risk of what? Of all the non-communicable diseases. And that's what will answer to you, why are we having so many diabetes, hypertension, cardiovascular diseases, even cancer is being related to obesity and all that. I'll give you a science. When you pack your fat here, why do fat come around your belly?
I have no idea.
Because already inside your organs is already packed. There is nowhere else the fat can protrude from. At our chest line, it's already ribs around this. Okay, so therefore, whatever is packed inside can only be seen from here. Like when you see a pot buried, a potty in a lady, it means a lot to our health.
Okay, so you said 32 for again, but surely this depends on height. There are other factors that go into play.
The height, whatever you say. The height is BMI. You are talking of body metabolic rate.
I don't know. I'm just saying, I don't like the idea of 32 being the number and 32. And I'm just saying science today. I'm not, Sharon is not with science today.
WHO, they say above 32 for a lady, you're already on a risk for non-communicable.
Okay, so for the gentleman,
42 inches already above.
Okay.
So we should struggle not to have a pot belly. That's what I mean. If you divide for a man, waist divide by hips, again it shouldn't go beyond 1. Your answer shouldn't go beyond 1.
Okay. So you believe anyone who's for the women above 32 and for the men above 42 should consider fasting.
Or should consider a step to whichever type of fasting. Type of nutrition related therapy for reducing their weight.
So weight.
That fat.
Which goes back to the question, which is who should consider fasting? So
That
number
is
one, anyone who's looking to lose weight.
Yes.
Yeah.
And actually, those are the best people I'll tell, because they are the same people who are in diabetes, who are in hypertension, who are in cardiovascular diseases, and who are at a risk of even some cancers.
But there are people who are below that waistline and might be predisposed or already struggling with diabetes, right?
Yes. Now, for diabetes, for below that, it means then their diabetes is not the diabetes that comes out of lifestyle. There are two types of diabetes, remember?
All right.
The first one is when you get people who are slim. They get this type of, it is called diabetes type 1. It is genetical. It means this person got diabetes because insulin cannot be produced by the pancreas.
Okay, so it's a separate conversation.
Yes. So those who are reducing is for the type 2 diabetes. Type 2 diabetes came because of that waistline. And because they overdid carbohydrates at later ages of life.
I think I've just realized perhaps it's the word waistline that triggers something in me, and feeling like no, society for so long has been trying to tell women what their waistline needs to be, and I'm feeling uncomfortable. But I do understand that there is scientific evidence behind what you're saying, and that I guess it would be worth considering. So what are the health benefits around fasting?
Before we get even to the health benefits, I would say for those who cannot fast at all, who cannot take this up, is for those who are on insulin.
For who can't do this.
Who cannot do. Those who are on insulin, and especially those are the type 1s, diabetic patients, cannot do the fasting. Those who are on renal, on dialysis, cannot as well do this type of fasting. Because at one point they'll just shrink down. Those who are on cancer, even if they feel themselves very big, and they are on therapies like chemo and all that, they cannot as well do this. Because those are conditions that we know that at one point you'll shrink down like this. So why should you accelerate the shrinking?
What about, is there an age group? Like, should you be above a certain age to consider fasting?
below 12 years, I would say below 18 years. Why should you do it? Your body is growing, so you don't need to do the fasting. Then above 50, those are the greatest candidates. They are the people, even if they are to do the same type of work they have been doing below 50, it means they will utilize very little. The body is already aging. The cells are already dying. They are not growing anymore. So his breathing rate is not like yours. His metabolic rate is not like yours. So the idling part of it is very low. So they don't need to eat a lot of calories. So they need to reduce. And that's where the weight is coming, actually. For ladies, after 44 menopausal, you start seeing ladies packing up a lot. Because whatever they have been eating is too much for their system.
All right. So, you just talked about ladies. What about pregnant women? I imagine that should not be considered.
Again, at all, no. Even if your weight is going like, no,
should not. And what about a woman on her period?
Period-wise, again, you can. No, that's not an issue. Because what is happening, you are just losing blood. And what we said, you are not fasting. The other part that I was telling you about, the surfacing the car. Surfacing the car comes about when you are taking vegetables, when you are taking fruits, when you are taking water. It means those things doesn't have a lot of calories, but you'll keep your system running. Because you don't want to waste your fat at the same time waste your immunity.
So what are the benefits?
Benefits, one, I will say they are all the benefits of losing weight. Number one, if a diabetic patient, type 2, was to bring back his pot belly to was to flatten his belly, the diabetes will just sweep off completely, slowly by slowly. You'll see the sugars being maintained better and better. There is no insulin resistance. So what happens when you have a lot of fat packed in your belly, which we are trying to fight with fasting, is that it's like you put some sticks on your door lock. So meaning your insulin won't work well. Whatever was to get into your system won't be okay. That is number one. Number two, Those who have fat belly are also at risk of pressure. How?
Okay.
Pressure, when you have your pipe and you have a lot of fat within it, it will narrow the lumen.
Okay.
So the pressure goes high.
Yeah.
The same way you touch your...
With a pipe.
Yeah, with a pipe, it will
pressure
just like
changes.
that. So if you do this type of fasting again, for those cases, it will help them reduce their weight, then they'll go off the risk.
Yeah.
Those who are on cardiovascular, the same case, cardiovascular diseases are related to a fat accumulation and lifestyle. So again,
yeah. What are the risks to fasting? Are there any risks?
Like sometimes you may feel, if your body, the way I told you, you are trying to cross your eye, one eye and walk. So the body wasn't the body wasn't like your body
it's such
wasn't
a funny reference.
No, it's true. Actually, if you are
I'm
reducing
so curious
your weight,
to see where this is going.
No,
so it's like you're closing one eye
and walk. At one point you'll open your eye. So it won't be sweet. It won't be like your body is now okay, let me fast. No. And that's why the people who are trying to fast, you'll find them having like hunger pangs. They'll actually be craving for foods.
But what you're trying to say, at some point, if you're closing one eye and trying to walk,
yes, what will happen? You can't go far. You'll still open.
Right.
Why? You have destabilized your body.
Okay.
So the same case with fasting.
Yeah.
You like skip one meal.
Yeah.
By 1 hour, you're already hungry and you need to eat.
I think I'm also laughing because that's so true.
Yeah.
The struggle is real, and you're
Yes.
just like, why is it? I checked the clock.
Yes.
1 hour ago, and it was 3:20, and 1 hour ago, and it's now 3:26. How has 6 minutes passed in 1 hour? Because you feel like everything is just
and that's why we are saying, as you try that one, use a lot of water.
Okay.
So that your stomach
like
is
your
already
cheat
full.
code.
You cheat your body actually.
Yeah. Okay.
Your body is already full, but full with empty thing.
Yeah.
So whenever you feel that hunger, always pick up something that is 0 calorie.
Okay.
0 calorie.
Like water.
Until your body gets conditioned to that.
Oh, right.
It's the same way. If you want to condition your body crossing, you don't just cross. You put a bandage. Then after that, you can go for a longer period without opening.
I don't know what it is about the eye reference that I find so funny.
Yeah.
But you know what? This has been, I think we're out of time. I've spent the last 5 minutes laughing. But this has been so insightful. And I'm leaving this segment with you the wiser, because I did not understand it like that. And I think a lot of times what I heard when it came to fasting over the last couple of years had to do with intermittent fasting, which is where you break, I think, is it 14 hours between your last meals or something like that. So I'd never understood that you can fast from certain foods specifically and allow, in that reference I'll never forget, allow the oil that was transformed into ice to melt back to oil,
and actually that's
and
the
to
sense
keep it
of
running
fasting.
right. And that also, if you're just sitting at a desk the whole day, and a lot of us are at desk jobs, and we just are sitting, or if you're standing, there's not much you're doing, then you probably don't need that much fuel, which is the oils and the carbohydrates. I hear you, I get it, I am the wiser. Thank you so much, Leo. And for my really hearty laugh, that was one of my highlights. Thank you for that. I'm in the kitchen. I'm in Park Inn by Radisson's kitchen, and I've got Chef de Partie Bernard Ojwang right here with me, because we're about to make a nice healthy meal that you could have right after your day of fasting, or however long you're fasting. But I just have to add this. One of the things that we took, or at least I know for sure that I took from the conversation we had with Leo, was that the more active you are, then the easier it is for you to justify including some fuel, right? Some oil or some carbs. And so we might have something with a little bit of carbs in the show. But remember, it's only if you've been active, right? But if you've been at your desk, then I don't know if this fully justifies. But welcome, Bernard. Oh, actually, I should say thank you for having me in your kitchen.
Welcome.
So Bernard, what are we making today?
I'm gonna make a open sandwich.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And by open sandwich, you mean it's just open? Or what does an open sandwich mean?
It's just open, but the thing we're gonna do,
Yeah.
we're gonna put sadi-sadap on top.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. But just so I'm clear, open sandwich just essentially means
Yeah,
it
it's
wasn't
just
toasted
open,
and
yeah.
cheese. Okay,
Yeah.
all right. Open sandwich. I'm seeing a lot of vegetables here.
Yeah.
I feel like Leo, the nutritionist, will be happy.
Yeah.
And I guess the egg is great because we have the protein in
Yeah,
the egg.
that's true.
Which he also said is good for you. So why don't we get started?
Okay.
And as we go along, I'll just get to know you a little bit better.
Okay, we're gonna start.
Yeah, let's do
Okay,
this.
I'm gonna slice my bread
Ooh, that looks so
Just,
good.
just like that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put on my gloves.
All right.
Let me put on my gloves.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna smear it with some little fat. Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
I'm gonna
It's a
grill
little-
it.
Grill it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
For it to be crispy.
Ah,
Yeah.
which is what
It
makes
depends on the guest.
yeah, the sandwich
Yeah.
yummy.
But
I
me,
like
I
it.
do, I love it like
Yeah,
that.
I love it too, like
Yeah.
that. All right. So as we wait for that, I just want to get to understand a little bit about your journey into food and cooking. And so, when did you first experience your first love with the kitchen and with food? Do you remember the first time you thought, oh, this feels
Yes, I can
so
remember.
right? When was that? Tell me about that.
When I was a trainee at Best Western.
Oh, okay.
Best Western.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's when you thought. But before that, I'm sure you then how did you get into food?
I started working as a waiter
Yeah.
as a casual
Yeah.
at Sankara Hotel.
Yeah.
So by that time, when I was passing in the kitchen, I saw some chefs, the way they do cut their vegetables.
You're kidding. I
Yeah.
thought this. Wait. First of all, is this okay?
It's okay.
We're good?
There's no problem with that. That's
Ooh,
okay.
that looks good.
Yeah.
Wait. You're blowing my mind.
That's true.
I thought you were going to say I was a child. My mother used to cook. Actually, our producer. That's his story. I don't know how he ended up in production, but I thought your story was going to be like when I was younger. This is what I'd seen my grandmother or my dad or my mom do. But you're saying it was just like
Mine is different.
what? So
Yeah.
how many years ago was that?
Like 5 years ago. Yeah,
This
that's
is
true.
incredible.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right.
Okay,
Ooh, that looks
my,
good
my
already.
bread has become ready,
Okay.
so I'm gonna place it here.
Uh-huh.
The other thing, I'm gonna warm. This one is a concasse,
What is that?
very rich concasse.
You have to. I am not sure. I'm not familiar with that term.
This one is simply tomato,
Yeah.
basil,
Uh-huh.
tomato paste,
Yeah.
a pinch of sugar,
Okay.
oregano.
Okay.
Then we blitz it. That's it.
And you add sugar because tomatoes can be quite acidic, isn't that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I think my tomato is ready.
Wow, that's quick.
So I'm gonna place it here.
Okay.
Then just have like this. I'm gonna smear it on top like that.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna take my avocado
Uh-huh.
like this. I'm gonna mash it.
That is one ripe avocado.
Yeah. I'm gonna smash it like that.
Okay.
Then I put inside my bowl,
Uh-huh.
just like that.
Okay.
Take a spoon. This one is vinegar.
Oh. What is the
white
vinegar
wine
do?
vinegar?
Okay.
It's gonna add a sour taste in it.
Okay. And you just
That's
let it sit, or do you?
I continue just to mash it,
Okay.
just like that. Then I'm gonna take black pepper.
Black pepper.
It's gonna add some flavor again.
Oh,
Meantime,
wow.
I just have my pan there.
Okay. Ready for your egg or
Ready for my eggs.
Okay.
I just
Oops, sorry.
that's it.
Okay. Sorry, I want to help you with that avocado.
There's no problem with that.
Okay.
Yeah,
There we go.
there's no problem with that.
Okay.
I take my fat. You're
So
gonna wait until it had become hot.
Really hot. But will you make this, I know you said sunny side up, but will you make it like a little, bit more done, well done?
It depends with the guest.
So
if the guest wants well done,
yeah,
there's
that's
no
what I
problem
want.
with that.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So what's your favorite meal to make?
Meal to make?
Yeah.
Chapati.
Really?
Yeah, I love chapati.
I wish that's what we were doing today. Let me tell you, I could use like a chapati right now. Yum.
So can I continue?
Yes, please, by all means. Okay.
So continue here with my avocado.
So 5 years ago is when you started your journey.
Yeah, that's true.
That's so fascinating. Oh, taste test?
Yeah. And this one is very important to taste your food before it goes to the guest.
Okay.
Yeah.
And because obviously you don't want to give them something that you're not...
If you give them something bad, that's going to be a problem.
Yeah. Oh gosh, have you ever had a situation like that where you didn't taste it?
Yeah, but I do learn from a mistake. Yeah.
And I think that's life in general. Yeah. That's how you learn and grow and evolve.
Because when they complain, the other day you're gonna do your best.
Yeah. So I have another question for you. I'm always curious to know what a chef thinks are the top spices that would add, that would zhuzh up your food, that would make your food a little bit more interesting. So if it were up to you, what are the 3 spices that you think everyone needs to have in their home?
As per me, I'm gonna use cumin seeds. Cumin seeds.
Okay.
I'm gonna use garam masala. I'm gonna use turmeric. Those 3.
Yeah.
That's it.
Nice. You mixed the flip.
On top again, just like it to give it true flavor.
Okay.
With the concasse and then avocado.
What are you calling this one again?
Concasse. It's a rich sauce.
Okay.
Yeah. Just like that.
Oh, that's good. And avocados have healthy fats in them, so we're all good here. I'm curious to know at which point all these vegetables will come into play.
This one, for the side salad, green salad.
I thought that was going in here. Okay.
Okay, right now, when that's continue cooking, I'm gonna prepare
the
side salad.
Okay. And we've got yellow peppers, red peppers, and green peppers.
Onion,
Yeah. And if I recall correctly, they're really rich in vitamin C. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Plus, they just add some fun color to the mix. Onions. So you're telling me 5 years ago you didn't know how to do that?
I didn't know how to do that.
Wow. So interesting.
Okay, my salad is almost ready.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put some lettuce in it.
Okay.
I think that's enough.
That looks good.
I'm gonna use this called house dressing.
Okay.
House dressing. It's made up of mustard.
Yeah.
Parsley.
There we go. Say again. Mustard.
Mustard, parsley, honey, lemon juice.
Okay.
That's it.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Okay. So you just add a little bit of that?
I just add a little bit here.
Okay.
That's it.
Oh, that looks good.
We're just gonna season it with salt, little salt, and just a little pepper.
Always
That's
a little
it.
salt and pepper.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think
our egg is about ready.
I'm gonna start plating.
Okay, let's get to
that's it.
plating.
Okay.
Do I hand you this? Is it hot?
I thought, let me have my plate here.
Okay.
Here.
Right, so let me get out of your way. I'll move to this side. Okay, so now plating, right?
Let me take my plate.
There we
I'm
go.
gonna put it here.
Uh-huh.
Then have this here.
Okay.
Then have my
Your egg,
egg.
which looks
Just
good
like
to go.
that. Then I have to put on another gloves
Okay.
in order for me to handle my salad.
Okay. Okay. So that's like the bed of the
Yeah,
salad?
it's like the bed.
Wow. How important is plating in the food process?
The reason as well we do this, when you take it to the guest will start salivating first, yeah. And that's it. When the
Because
food
you start with your eyes. You
Yeah.
start eating with your eyes, huh?
and that's it.
That's it?
That's it.
Oh, so when you say open sandwich, it's because there's
Just
no,
open. There's no another bread on
which
top.
is even better if we're trying to not add on the carbs. Right, so taste test. Can I
Okay, there-
taste?
There's no problem with that.
Okay,
Let
so-
me just, yeah, it's okay
Yeah,
over there.
this is fine. This is
Okay.
fine. We're at home. Park Inn is like home at this point. Right. Oh, wow. Where do I start? Let's get a big, chunky bite of this. Oh, by the way, we also have desserts for you, so you don't want to go. We'll just highlight a couple of interesting desserts that you can start on. I mean, that you can have at this point in time. I'm not even listening to what I'm saying. I'm just hungry, and this looks good. Let me take a bite. Okay. Okay. Okay, Chef Bernard, I see you. This is really good. I'm going to have a bite of the salad. Thank you. Nice and easy. Ingredients are like easy to come by at home as well. Or at your local Mama Boga too if you want to. That's a good one. All right. I think now we'll jump into dessert. We're done with like the main meal. I'm going to ask pastry chef Daphine Jerry to come in because, oh, lordy lord, what you're holding looks too divine to eat.
Very divine to eat.
Do you sometimes have a problem with your guests who are like, I can't eat?
Exactly.
Like, how do you expect me to destroy that?
We have to destroy it because I've already set to give you to eat.
It's so pretty. Okay, all right. So why don't you explain what this is actually, because we haven't even gotten into that. So what is
Okay,
this?
let's start here.
Yeah.
So the greenish part, that's the mint.
Okay.
This mint.
Okay.
Boil it.
Yeah.
With water.
Yeah.
Since this has the mint itself, you have to blend it.
Yeah.
Then you sieve it.
Okay.
The juice itself comes in.
Okay.
Orange. Boil it. Sieve it.
Okay.
Then
That's the orange
That's
layer.
the orange
So what do you
layer.
call this dish?
this is a mint orange panna cotta.
Mint orange panna cotta.
Yes.
Yes. All right. And what's
Yes.
on top here? It's
This
just
is
some
this is a
fresh
cream,
Okay.
fresh cream.
Yeah.
Grated zest,
Okay.
the orange one.
Orange zest.
Then you garnish with the mint.
Ah,
Simple.
so pretty. And what about
Yes.
this beautiful cup here?
Okay, so this is a sugar paste.
Okay.
So the sugar paste is like a dough of like a chapati, like a
Okay.
chapati, but this is different.
Yeah.
You have to use a mixture of the dough.
Yeah.
So when you put the sugar, the sugar, the margarine inside,
yeah.
and the sugar a little bit.
Yeah.
When it's done, you have to mold it to come on
Okay.
this shape.
Okay.
Okay. Inside of this shape,
Yeah.
the tart, the base itself,
Yeah.
we have the dark cherry colis.
Ah.
Not so sweet, but
Yeah.
it's really nice.
Okay. So
Um,
what do you call this again? It's a
this is a fruit tart.
Fruit
So let me
tart.
say
Okay.
fruit tart, but since I've garnished with coconut, desiccated
Yeah.
coconut,
Yeah.
to bring out at least the beauty.
the beauty,
itself.
which is
Yes.
like part of what makes it so nice. All right, so
Exactly.
taste test time, right?
Yes. Also the cream itself.
Okay.
Grated the oranges inside.
Oh, so there's some orange.
Inside.
Oh,
the
zest in here.
Yes. So when you eat it, like, good.
There's
It's
another
really nice.
layer to it.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yes.
Now for the taste test.
Exactly.
Right. Got my fork. Now for the taste test. Oh, it's like a jelly, huh? Mm-hmm. Oh. Am I tasting a spice too? Is there a
Not
spice to
really.
it?
No,
It's
no.
the mint, isn't
The
it?
mint.
Oh,
It's the mint because it has the flavor.
Right.
Yes.
That's good. And refreshing.
Very refreshing.
So good.
yes.
Now for the tart.
For the tarts.
I'm going to take that little plate, place it here. Okay. If I can. It's going to get a little messy, but it's okay.
It's okay.
Oh, wow. Look at that. Let me show you guys. Woo! Woo! Look at this bite. All right, all right.
How is
Oh.
it?
Did I get chocolate in, or is it? What am I getting? That is divine. It's the orange. I can pick up the orange.
Yes. What else?
I mean, it's just goodness. Chef, this is just... I'm just going to keep eating, and I'll finish this up. By the way, remember, if you've been sitting at your desk the whole day, then you probably want to slow down at this part. But if you've been active, whether you walked somewhere, or you've been to the gym, whatever you were playing with your children, then you might as well treat yourself a little, because fasting is not easy, and hey, you deserve a treat, right?
Very true.
All right, I'm gonna keep. Do you have some as well with me?
Mary, I have plenty.
Oh, plenty?
Plenty
Well,
of it.
then I'll have more for myself. Ladies and gents, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed and learned a lot from today's show. I know for a fact that I did. I mean, the conversation with the nutritionist, Leo, was mind-blowing for me. And also, we got to learn a few tips and tricks in the kitchen, thanks to the chefs here at Park Inn by Radisson. We'll be back. Thank you. And also, really, thank you. We'll be back tomorrow, same time, same place. So I'll see you there, right? Right? 8 a.m. Bye, everybody.